Hi, Dale Obrochta here, the Magical Balloon Dude. Today I'm going to be talking about something that really defines a balloon artist and entertainer and actually carries over into your balloon designs. And that's what we're going to be talking about, is what I call the 3 C's of balloon design. So let's get into this. Now, this is something that I learned very young in my career. When I was first starting out, I didn't know where I was going. I knew I didn't want to be a single one balloon twister. I wanted to be a multiple balloon twister. And it was developing at that time. So I started out, and everything I did, I decided that I needed to look at my first C, what I call characteristics. What was I going to design? Was I going to be a realistic balloon creator like this individual? Or am I going to do something fun and whimsical? Now, that really brings out the style and actually brands you as an entertainer, because if I am working with an entertainer that does a simple balloon design and mine looks more realistic, every character I should do after that should be in the realistic realm, just to keep a balance. I learned this years ago when I made my first balloon dog, and I learned this cool 3 balloon, 4 balloon dog by Captain Visual. I had a great dog to do. This is awesome. And then somebody would ask for a cat, and I'd give them this thing that really looked terrible. And I realized that the quality of my animals needed to be equal. And that's when I realized that if I'm going to do a dog, I want my dog to be this standard. I want my cat to be this standard. And I had to keep a plateau. And that spilt over into my whole design repertoire of knowing what I'm going to do. So I want to keep them all the same. So that is something that you really have to design for yourself, and find designs that, hey, if I like small characters, I'm going to do small characters. If I'm going to do big characters, I'm going to do big eyes, funny eyes. Are they going to be drawn on? Are they going to have stickers? This is the brand that you need. So you have to start out and just think, really, what kind of characters am I going to build? How am I going to make them? And what is my design going to be? So that's the first C. The second C, color. That sounds strange, but these are all the colors we have. Simple question. Kid comes up to you and says, "Can I have a balloon dog?" And you're like, "Sure. What color?" Now, we have to go back to our characteristics. If we are a true design, staying realistic type balloon entertainer, then you can do a brown dog, white dog, gray dog. You're not going to do a blue, yellow, orange, because that's not what you're doing. Now, if you're a character base, maybe you would decide to do a Pluto or Blue's Clues, and you pick those colors and you do that dog. But again, color options are also, because there are many times over the decades that I've had a child ask me for a balloon, and then they say the specific colors. I want a panda that is pink and yellow. And you just put it together, and you know those 2 colors on the wheel chart just clash. And it's not going to be your best work that you give out. So sometimes, we tell the kids, let me pick a color, or how about we use white and one other color just to make the realistic white colors white, and the black you could substitute colors. So those are other options we could do. But that, again, goes on the product that you're delivering. So color is the next one. Combination. Now, combination is something you don't think about. Can you combine realistic and real comedy dogs? Or I don't want to say dogs in general, because that was the first thing that popped in my head, but let's look at it going, how can we create a combination of realistic to, I don't know, cartoonish? And there is a medium that's in between. That's the medium that I've fallen in between. I don't go extreme cartoon, because again, that somebody goes, "Oh, that's a cartoon, I want a real dog." I find that those people who want a real dog, if you want to do a real dog, or there's something that looks realistic, you spend a lot of hours creating it to get this well-designed balloon that uses all these shapes and sizes. If you go to the far extreme and you make something that is too comedic, again, the kids may not like it. You may find that your designs are difficult to maintain that same level. So I kind of combine the two. I try to keep the realistic features that I can, over-exaggerate some of them to give it the comedic feel, and then combine the two theories. And again, this goes on the style that you pick. I'm going to give you a bonus one. This is the S. The S is really size. Now, size dictates a lot. When we are talking about doing a balloon design using 260s, that's the standard balloon that we use here. That's no big deal. But when we drop something to a 350, we know a basic teddy bear head gets larger, and we can't do one balloon teddy bears with a 350. It's just becomes very difficult. If we drop down to a 160, you know, the options are there that the balloon is long. We can make these really cute teddy bears. In fact, I could probably get 2, if not 3 teddy bears out of 160. You get almost 1.5 out of 260 if you make it small enough, and out of the 350, you know, you get a teddy bear head. So knowing which balloon designs you're making based on their size also dictates what you're going to build. Because if you decide that I'm going to be a large balloon sculpture, everything I'm going to do is going to be huge, I'm going to use 350s and 646s, then you're talking about air inflators, you're talking about pumps, you're talking about ways of filling these balloons up quickly. And once one kid gets a 646 sword and swinging it around, I mean, every kid thereafter is going to want a 646 sword and not a 260. So you have to think about size, because size also dictates how long it's going to take to build something, how many balloons you're going to use. There's a whole nother matrix that you fall into when you start thinking about sizing. Again, this all goes back to the individual that you're branding yourself. Are you trying to brand yourself as somebody who does large balloon sculptures? There are entertainers out there. Are you trying to just use round balloons? Or are you being a deco twister and trying to combine the two? And these are the things that you need to design and develop as your career is going into the balloon entertainment field. Because I know there are some of you that are going to, you know, put comments and say, well, I could do all of it. That's true. It's hard to do a realistic life-size dog and then make it out of 160s. I mean, the sizing is just, the proportions change. Everything just changes just enough to really make it look screwy sometimes. So with that being said, those are the 3 C's. Do me a favor, subscribe to this channel. I go YouTube live on Fridays. On my Facebook page on Wednesdays. You can find me on my Twitch account. All that information is going to put in the description. Again, these are things that I feel as a balloon entertainer who's been in this field for decades, that if you're trying to go farther in this field, define who you are, what you are, and what you're going to make. It's going to make your life a little easier. Till then, you guys have a great day. Be safe, be healthy, be wise. I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Make sure you click on that subscribe button and never miss a video. Subscribe now. Click the little bell and always be notified of a live broadcast. Follow me on Instagram, and if you're a TikTok fan, you'll find me under the same name, Dale Obrochta. Looking forward to seeing you on social media.